Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Tasha and we talk all things money, mindset and smart spending. Today we're diving into a hot topic, Amazon inspired dupes. Are they really saving us money, or are they leading us into a cycle of overspending and even bad credit? Let's break it all down, the advantages, the hidden dangers, and how to avoid falling into debt just to keep up with trends. First things first, let's define what an Amazon dupe actually is. A dupe, short for duplicate, is essentially a lookalike product inspired by a high-end brand but sold at a fraction of the price. You know what I'm talking about, those viral Bottega Veneta bag lookalikes for $40 instead of $4,000, or the Dyson Airwrap dupe everyone's raving about for under $100. Tempting, right? Dupes promise that you can look stylish, trendy, and put together without spending designer level money. But here's the thing, my savvy shoppers, what most people don't talk about are the financial traps these trends can lead us into. Think about it. How many times have you bought something just because it was on sale, even if you didn't really need it? Dupes can trigger those same impulse buying habits. It's about the mindset, that constant need for instant gratification, that feeling of having to keep up with the latest trends, even if it means stretching your budget thin. Remember, financial freedom is about making conscious, intentional choices with your money. It's about investing in yourself, your future, and your long-term goals, not just the latest TikTok fad. So before you hit that add to cart button on your next Amazon dupe haul, ask yourself, is this a need or a want? Will this purchase bring me lasting joy and value? True financial empowerment comes from making mindful decisions that align with your values and goals. Now, I'm not saying that all dupes are bad. Sometimes they can be a fun and affordable way to experiment with new trends or add a little something extra to your wardrobe. In the next chapter, we're going to dive deeper into the financial pros and cons of buying dupes, so you can make informed decisions that align with your budget and your long-term financial well-being. Okay, let's get real about the financial pros and cons of buying dupes. Let's start with the good stuff, the advantages of buying dupes. First and foremost, affordability. Dupes allow you to enjoy stylish, high-end aesthetics without draining your wallet. You can rock that designer-inspired look without the hefty price tag. Later on, you will not have to feel guilty about it. And who doesn't love a good bargain? Second, dupes are super trend-friendly. They're perfect for items that will only be in style for a season or two, like those chunky platform sandals everyone's wearing this summer. Grab a dupe, rock the trend, and then move on without feeling guilty when they're out of style next year. And finally, dupes are great for experimenting. If you're unsure about a trend, buying a dupe lets you try it without a major financial commitment. But hold on, my savvy shoppers, because now it's time to talk about the other side of the coin, the disadvantages of buying dupes. First and foremost, quality and longevity issues. Many dupes are made with lower quality materials and don't last as long as their pricier counterparts. You might find yourself repurchasing multiple times, which actually adds up in the long run. Think about it. Would you rather buy one high quality item that lasts for years, or 3 cheaper versions that fall apart after a few months? Second, buying dupes can encourage impulse spending. Because they're cheap, you might buy more than you need, leading to unnecessary expenses. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, well, it's only $20. And before you know it, you've spent $200 on things you don't even need. And finally, buying dupes doesn't build wealth. Instead of investing in quality pieces or financial growth, frequent spending on dupes can slow down your long-term financial goals. So before you hit that add to cart button on your next dupe purchase, ask yourself, is this a wise financial decision? Will this purchase bring me lasting joy and value? True financial empowerment comes from making mindful decisions that support your overall financial well-being. Now let's get into the biggest financial risk, how buying dupes can indirectly lead to bad credit and financial stress. First up, we need to talk about the buy now, pay later traps. You know, those little buttons that say things like Klarna, Afterpay, or Affirm at checkout. They seem so harmless, right? Split your purchase into 4 easy payments, no interest, sign me up. But here's the catch. Those small payments can add up fast, especially if you're constantly using BNPL services for all your dupe purchases. And if you miss even one of those easy payments, hello, late fees and a hit to your credit score. Remember, your credit score is like your financial GPA. It tells lenders how responsible you are with money. And a bad credit score can make it harder to get approved for loans, rent an apartment, or even get a job. Next up, let's talk about the pressure to keep up with the influencers. Social media makes it feel like everyone has the latest trendy bags, shoes, and gadgets, and it's easy to get caught up in the hype and feel like you need to have it all too. But here's the thing, most influencers are getting paid to promote those products, and even if they're probably not buying everything with their own money. They have sponsors, brand deals, and PR packages coming out of their ears. Don't compare your real life to their carefully curated online personas. It's not a fair comparison, and it's definitely not worth going into debt for. And finally, let's talk about the sneaky way that small spending adds up. Spending $30 here and $50 there on dupes seems harmless, right? But over time, it adds up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That's money that could have been invested, saved, or used for real financial growth instead. It's like the old saying goes, take care of the pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. The same principle applies to your spending habits. Small changes can make a big difference over time. So what's the solution? How do we avoid falling into the dupe debt trap? It all comes down to awareness, mindfulness, and a healthy dose of financial self-care. First, be aware of your spending triggers. What are the things that make you want to whip out your credit card and go on a shopping spree? Is it a stressful day at work, a fight with your partner, a case of the Mondays? Once you know your triggers, you can start to develop healthier coping mechanisms. Go for a walk, call a friend, or treat yourself to a relaxing activity that doesn't involve spending money. Second, be mindful of your purchases. Before you buy anything, ask yourself, do I need this? Will this bring me lasting joy? Or am I just trying to fill a void in my life with stuff? If you're not sure, wait 24 hours before making the purchase. Chances are you'll forget about it or realize you didn't really want it in the first place. And finally, practice financial self-care. That means setting a budget and sticking to it. So there you have it, my savvy shoppers, the truth about Amazon dupes and how they can impact your finances and credit score. Don't let the allure of cheap thrills derail your financial journey. You're smart, you're capable, and you deserve to achieve your financial dreams. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more money mindset tips, and share it with your friends. Until next time, stay savvy and stay fabulous.